Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark announced Jamaica's newest banknote, the $2,000. Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Yard and Abroad TV. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It will be greatly appreciated. So people, as I said before, today Dr. Nigel Clark, Minister of Finance, announced that Jamaica will introduce a new 2,000 banknote, a $2,000 banknote, people. They have 50, 100, 500, 1,000. Now they might introduce 2,000. And also them have the $5,000 banknote. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you the video of Dr. Nigel Clark talking about these banknotes, people. They are redesigned, have the national heroes and former prime ministers who have passed away. They are on these banknotes, people. So check out the video and just listen to what Dr. Nigel Clark have to say. You see me, people? Him talk about the banknotes in depth and tell you which hero is on which. You see me? Alright, check out the video, people. Alright, bless up in yourself. Much love and appreciation from Yard and Abroad TV.
History
Much
played a
love.
vital role, an important role in the creation of our society, in its development and in its progression. And we represent history on our banknotes, Madam Speaker. So we have to upgrade our banknotes for the technical reasons given, and we have to introduce a $2,000 banknote. But the Jamaican project, Madam Speaker, in this regard, has drifted far from the original intent. As I said earlier, the national heroes no longer appear in the banknotes. And in this 60th year of independence, this aspect of the national project must be restored. If I may remind you, Madam Speaker, this is what our banknotes used to look like. Showing it to the camera first. Where Marcus Garvey was on the 50-cent banknote. Alexander Bustamante was on the $1 banknote. Paul Bogle was on the $2 banknote. Norman Manley was on the $5 banknote. George William Gordon was on the $10 banknote. And we even had Noel Nethersole of blessed memory. That, yeah, he was there for a time. Okay, so this was the original intent, Madam Speaker, where our heroes were represented in our banknotes so that we would know that we are people capable of respect. These people represent what we have achieved. And we, by honoring them, we honor those who served with them. Many people died on the gallows with Paul Bogle and George William Gordon. And we honor them by putting them on our banknotes. But over, Madam Speaker, the last 50 years, we drifted from that. Drifted, Madam Speaker. And today, this is what it looks like. We're all familiar with it. Where rightfully we have Sam Sharp and Donald Sangster and Nanny and Michael Manley and the right, most honorable Hugh Shearer. But this is not the Jamaican story. This is not our history. This is not a representation of who we are as a people. And we must restore the original intent. Along with recovery and reform, there must be restoration, Madam Speaker. So in this 60th year of independence, the national project must be restored. Our national heroes will again appear so that we can be constantly reminded, Madam Speaker, as Mr. Siaga said, give credit where it is due. Give credit where it is due. So, Madam Speaker, now here's the thing. We have 7 national heroes. We have 4 deceased prime ministers. But we have 6 banknotes. Let me say that again. 7 national heroes, 4 deceased prime ministers, and 6 banknotes. $50, $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000, and $5,000. So we have to fit 11 onto 6 notes, which means where we have to have 2 faces per note. And leaders should appear in chronological order, subject to no leader being on a banknote of lower denomination than he or she was before. So, Madam Speaker, in the newly designed banknotes, the Right Excellent Paul Bogle and the Right Excellent George William Gordon, who were on Jamaica's original banknotes, but who today are on none of our banknotes, will be restored and appear together on the upgraded $50 note, Madam Speaker. United in the struggle for freedom, united in their sacrifice and unjust execution, those who sacrificed with them will be honored by their presence on our notes. The Right Excellent Marcus Garvey, who was on Jamaica's 50-cent banknote, but who is on no banknote today, will be restored and will appear alone on the upgraded $100 banknote. Madam Speaker, the Right Excellent Nanny of the Maroons and the Right Excellent Sam Sharp will appear together on the upgraded $500 note. Madam Speaker, the Right Excellent Alexander Bustamante and the Right Excellent Norman Manley, who were founding fathers of modern Jamaica and who were contemporaries serving over similar periods and rivals, who were on Jamaica's original banknotes, but are on none of our banknotes today, the Right Excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante and the Right Excellent Norman Manley will be restored and will appear together on the upgraded $1,000 banknote. Now, Madam Speaker, Jamaica went through a near civil war experience in the 1970s that deeply scarred the national consciousness. Electoral contests became overtly violent in nature. Remarkably, through great civil and society and political leadership, our country stepped back from the brink and reformed itself. However, not all the scars of this period have healed. Persons active in that era are still with us. Families who lost loved ones, who were displaced, who lost homes and jobs due to conflict, are still with us. They remember. They hurt. And in many cases, those wounds and those feelings run deep. Madam Speaker, we validate those experiences, wherever they exist, as authentic and sincere. But, Madam Speaker, are we to construct our affairs today in a manner that perpetuates this hurt and bequeaths unto future generations strife and division? Or are we to seek constructive, real and symbolic ways of forging unity and peace and love, of which our great philosophers, prophets and artists advocate? The latter path has to be the way. We must restore unity in our society. Our symbolism must not seed division. Instead, it should forge unity and lift us up in the process. That has been the message of Prime Minister Andrew Holness from his first speech as Prime Minister in 2011, when he spoke about the degarrisonization of the mind. Therefore, Madam Speaker, with the backing of the Prime Minister and the Cabinet of Jamaica, and with the consent of the representatives of the families who are authorized to give this consent, of the Most Honourable Michael Manley and the Most Honourable Edward Seaga, we are therefore pleased that the Most Honourable Michael Manley and the Most Honourable Edward Seaga, who are contemporaries and rivals, will appear together on the new $2,000 banknote. Speaker, our country, first of all, we're thankful to the families, the legal representatives of who consented to this. Our country must move forward, Madam Speaker. I can show a preview. This is what the notes have to be distinct in color so we can easily distinguish them. Most of the features, most of the note is taken up in security features on the left and on the right. We have our all the leaders appear on a note on a higher currency, higher denomination than they were before, and the photographs that appear are the same photographs that we have today, because getting permission to change all those photographs would have been, so the photographs are the same, and Madam Speaker, we expect later this year for these to be in circulation, and they'll last 50% longer than existing banknotes. So do you know those notes that, like the notes in the UK, that can't get right? Moving forward. So, Madam Speaker, our country must move forward, and move forward in unity, peace and love. Jamaica's average income today is less in real terms than it was 50 years ago. Madam Speaker, there's a mountaintop we must climb where fruit and honey lie, but we can only get there by climbing together. Madam Speaker, there are those no, I just want to say, peace and love, Madam Speaker. Peace and love. Peace and love, Madam Speaker. And collocating images of great leaders on our banknotes doesn't deny anyone their unique contribution or their unique identity, and it doesn't shield them from the full introspection of history. And Madam Speaker, I say if I can speak here now as not as Minister of Finance, but as a member of a party, I speak to my fellow Labourites, Madam Speaker, and I say the biggest respect that we can show, because some people would say, is by following the ideas of those we want to show respect to. It is ideas, and not the placement of images, that last the test of time. We don't really know what Moses of the Old Testament looks like. We don't really know. All we have are sketches. But we remember the 10 Commandments that he shared 4,000 years ago. It's ideas that matter. And it was Mr. Siaga's idea to have national heroes on our banknotes, Madam Speaker. And we honor him by restoring that vision. Finally, Madam Speaker, the Most Honourable Donald Sangster and the Most Honourable Hugh Shearer will appear together on the upgraded $5,000 note.